as well have to share with you will give you a great end of day boost. So essentially, when I was just sharing about the What's Possible initiative, we share that yes, it's a donor collaborative, 12 different 12 different donors have joined together to support a participatory fund, to learn, to fund, to hold themselves accountable, and as also the wider sector. In that process, it ended up being actually kind of easy for us to align the 12 different donors and funders. How is that the case? We decided to go really bold. It's the only way we know how to do things. And what we did is we inspired the group through a storybook. Rather than a traditional framework, we used a storybook as a framework. So how did we do this? What inspired the storybook? I'm going to read a small context, and then Betsy's going to take us through a beautiful reading of the storybook that inspired these 12 donors to enable young people to strategize and to make grants around $1 million US. So how did we do that, and what was the inspiration? The inspiration was that the Children's Rights Innovation Fund created this book and this story from our experiments in participatory grant making. Whenever our team came together, we would hear about the work as well as the dreams of young people. They were always expansive and joyful and always creative. Yet, when we started to talk about quote projects or quote programs or measurements, their dreams suddenly became more restricted. They felt pressure to get it right, to be professional in the pursuit, and suddenly those dreams began to consolidate and confine into a tiny cave. And this cave, the tiniest cave that we had all created for them, was holding them back and not enabling that expansive work to thrive. So we created a storybook, which is the text for children. It is the text that we use as children to learn about the world. So now we are using the storybook to remind all of you, all of us, about what it means to be a funder and what are the dynamics that we've created intentionally and unintentionally. Let's welcome Betsy Perez of the Children's Rights Innovation Fund to read through this storybook. Thank you, Betsy.
Is this on? Okay. Before we start the reading, I would like to invite you in remembering that we all at some point were a tiny, magnificent human. So if you can, bring a little person or even your younger self into the room or into your mind's eye so that you can hear this story with us. And here we have the tiny cave and the magnificent creatures. Hi, I'm Salma. What is your name? This is home. What story do you have today, eh? Story of the cave. Close eyes, open mind, listen with your heart. One day, Kin reached cave. What's in the cave, eh? Maybe we see. They are curious too. How will they go in? She is smaller. She can try. Come, you are fortunate to be here. Be careful. You have to walk this way. Now jump over the shifting sand dunes of vocabulary over and over again. And now, take these eyes and see your world through them. Ask these questions. Find out these answers. Construct these tables. Measure these hopes. Learn this map. Know this. Hey, come back. No. Safeguarding, protecting the unfortunate, the vulnerable, the voiceless. In such a place, why do I keep dreaming of the orange tree? I speak, they don't listen. Am I still voiceless? Sister, don't be sad. I believe in your dream. We will find your tree. Look, I brought these seeds with me from the forest, where we will find the tree. We can plant them there. Attention! Please report to the Risk Management Safeguarding Evidence-Based Best Practice Enclosure. Run! I think we're safe now. Let's look around. We will find the tree, I'm sure. We have some seeds too. We have been dreaming of the orange tree too. Let us help you find it. They never did find that tree. So what happened? They planted their seeds and slowly grew one there instead. Thank you.
And now we would like to invite Alice to share with us what those intentions looked like and felt like in the form of a letter. Alice? Alice from SIF.
Thank you so much, Emily. Hi everyone, I'm Alice. I'm at SIF and I am very honoured to be one of the participants of the What's Possible process and to have visited the tiny cave as well as the Forest of Abundance. They're not just mythical places. And so yeah, all the funders kind of workshop this letter together via post-its, via debates, via conversations. So I hope I do a good job in speaking for all of them. So this is a message to the young people who we will be collaborating with, or who will lead the distribution of these funds. So, dear Youth What's Possible collaborators, we warmly and enthusiastically welcome you to the What's Possible initiative. We're humbled and honoured to be in collaboration with you. Together, we can and will demonstrate what is possible when donors follow young people's lead. As you begin, we want to share with you what we know to be true, our experience so far, and our intentions going forward. What we know to be true. Too often, philanthropy has failed you. We know that. We own that. In fact, like you, our log frames, complex models, and parameters lay heavy on our hearts and stifle our creativity too. While this opportunity is only a sliver of what you and what we deserve, we hope it is still an opportunity for us to define a bold and brave approach to funding, one that works towards liberation. Our experience so far, The start of this initiative has already enabled us to be brave and bold in ways we've been dreaming of for a long time. We joined together because we knew we had to take a step back to remember why we are here, why we care, why we love humans in spite of our messiness, and what young people deserve. As we collectively launched this work in collaboration with CRIF, we remembered that at the core of our collective humanity is our care for one another, our trust in our collective power, and our ability to find joy even in the darkest times. With this inspiration, we set the following intentions for our What's Possible journey with you. So this is what we wish for them. Our intentions. We hope this experience will be similarly liberating for you as well. Our intentions are to support you to be bold and brave. Too many are only comfortable funding the neat, safe, and reliable ideas. Don't let the current norms or big trends limit your thinking. This is an opportunity to do what is calling you. Do what you know, what you feel, and what you believe. Care for yourself and each other. Sadly, but truly, we will all likely need to be dedicated to the pursuit of social justice for our whole lives. And this requires us to pace ourselves. We must build stamina through rest and through fun. You'll need both to get through whole. Our hope is that this opportunity enables you and other young people to care for yourselves and one another, to rest, to have fun, and to find joy along the way. And thirdly and finally, trust yourself, follow youth, and follow your community. Take what is now a unique opportunity to be brave and show the sector where the future of children's and youth rights is going. Our dedication is that our work here isn't done either. Yes, you'll be defining the funding strategy and making funding decisions. However, know we will remain dedicated to learning from this process and using our power to influence our own organisations and the sector. Right now, this is a unique opportunity, but let's make it common. Together, by demonstrating what's possible, we can change the norm. Thank you for your collaboration and partnership. In partnership and in pursuit of liberation, the What's Possible donor collaborators.
I would love to invite Yvette and Alice again. Would love to hear from them. What are the key things that they have been able to pick out as representatives of our eyes and our ears in the different spaces that then we would want to go reflecting on and be able to see for tomorrow, as we said, which is going to be our action day. So, Yvette, would you like to go first as Alice gets her breath?
Thank you so much. And we also do not want to be the ones standing in between you and the dance party. So we'll keep this brief. Ears and eyes have somewhat of negative connotations. We were not spies. We were participatory in this process and we greatly enjoyed. It was a content-heavy day. We appreciate that there was lots to be shared, very interesting conversations. We discussed not just the need for increased funding. The statistics showed us that we have children, over 46% in the countries that the data was collected from, but only receiving less than, I think it was 5% of the funding. So really just goes to show there's a need for increased funding, but in as much as we increase the resources, we also have to consider how we fund. So really looking into trust-based philanthropy and what trust means for us in many of our contexts. This is relatable, but even as we talk about systems change, it's also how we evoke changes within philanthropy itself. So we've talked about decolonizing philanthropy as one aspect for us to really look at what are some of the ways within which we can create change within philanthropy, but also looking at how we have more children and youth participate in decision making because it's their right to do so. So I'll keep it short and brief and invite Alice to do the same.
Some really interesting perspectives on the fact that when we want to support youth, we often end up creating artificial spaces which replicate our own professional structures, whereas what we really need to do is to meet them where they are and in their communities. And then just wanted to pick up on one other piece of advice to funders, to think beyond what we currently do, fund ideas that we might see as crazy or as illogical. I've also been taking notes of particular quotes that I've liked during the day, so I won't attribute them as per the rules that we discussed yesterday morning, but I hope people won't mind if I just repeat a few things that I heard that really made an impression on me. So I heard one person say, "The way you trust us with the ask, trust us with the money," and that really resonated. And the second thing, which I think is probably quite a well-known proverb, but I think always bears repeating in the session just before this: if you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together.
Thank you. A round of applause to them.